Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? You know what it is. It's me, your boy, Trey the Commish. I got the People's Coach, CC's in the building. I'm very sure Bishop will be on shortly. It's another week, week four, live coming at you for the NFL. That's tonight, Thursday night football. The Arizona Cardinals facing off against the Seattle Seahawks, in which we'll get to. CC's, what's good with you, bro? How you doing, man?
Man, good. Looking forward to this game tonight. Check out Seattle, see what they got on it. And first, for me, my first look at the Cardinals up close to see what they got on
So, as you said, it got plenty going on, in which we was just discussing a couple of things, but we want to make sure we save some ammo for the Sunday show. But we do still have a show for you today, a pinpointed topic in which I'm very sure is going to be very interesting. It's a conversation that we've had before, but it's going to be a little more interesting because we have a little more meat. Because it's about to get a little sticky now because as we go further and further ahead in these years, more producers are becoming eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame classes. And now the ones that we seen in yesteryear are starting to fade a little bit. And with them fading, now we get to a point to where it's gonna be interesting. Bishop, what's up, my brother? How you doing, sir?
What's going on? WGO. My bad, man. I fucking got lost track of time or whatever for a second. What's good with y'all, man? How y'all living? What's good?
We're pretty good too.
Raggedy ass goddamn Cowboys. Them boys trash.
We're going to say that for Sunday. Today is about the Seahawks and the Cardinals, so
You
I'm
right.
going to stick to the script. I'm going to stick to the script.
Stick to it. I just gotta mention it. I just gotta put it out there in the atmosphere. Let me put it out in the atmosphere. Let me
so definitely definitely it's gonna go down on Sunday. We're gonna get to that. But today, Bishop, we got a pinpoint. Like I think this conversation we about to have is gonna be very interesting, right? Because I see some people come in. We're gonna talk about the upcoming NFL Hall of Fame. Because as I was just saying, as you was coming on, we got some people, when you look at it, you have some people from the yesteryear that probably should have been in that haven't got in yet. And you got people of the modern era that we know that just exited about 5 years ago that probably definitely without a doubt are first year Hall of Famers. So we think, in which that's what we're going to get into, right? So first and foremost, as you know, the NFL talked about the new class in which it has a good amount of players that we definitely know, like which they, as I say, just like we talk about the NBA Hall of Fame, it'd be some stuff that we'd be like, nah, this person should or shouldn't. But there's some that stand out, right? So I'm not going to go through all the list, but I'm going to talk about the people in which they're talking about that standing out right now. And then I'll double back and go through some of the people they aren't talking about, and then we'll get into the conversation. So first and foremost, to give clarity, we all know the NFL Hall of Fame is considerably a fraternity of the NFL's best players that they deemed as being above and beyond their peers, right? Of course, you're not eligible for the NFL Hall of Fame until 5 years removed from your last game. All right, so that's the first and foremost. This year's class is peppered with a bunch of people that probably should be first ballot Hall of Famers. Of course, for those that don't know, a first ballot Hall of Famer is an individual that upon getting their first look on the ballot, they're instantly inducted into the Hall of Fame. We had one last year, or maybe I just thought. Did y'all think that Eli was a first ballot Hall of Famer before he wasn't?
Hey, I was at your crib, and I'm going to go put it out here. I didn't think Eli was a Hall of Famer until I looked at some other Hall of Famer numbers, other quarterback numbers, and I said, you know what? I ain't even mad at Eli. I looked at Troy Aikman numbers, and I was like, how is he in the Hall of Fame? So, hey, I got to give hats off to Eli, man. Hats off to Eli.
Bishop, did you think Eli was the first ballot Hall of Famer initially before he didn't get
I don't see why not.
Two-time
Super Bowl champion. He did more than his brother. He won 2 Super Bowls. I don't see why not. And it wasn't. It didn't take him. It didn't take him as long as his brother to win 2 Super Bowls because his brother only won 1. So
and so before we not get too far into it, when you look at that, his brother had the numbers and the stats. Eli had the rings, but it didn't work for Eli. Or is it because the voting? I don't know. We will definitely get into it. So first and foremost, like I said, this year's standouts, I guess you can say, in this class, in which what's going to happen is next month in October, they're going to basically, the NFL is going to, their 50 panelists are going to select 50 out of the 128 eligible modern day players to say that they are quarterfinalists, I guess. Quarterfinalists, in which from that number, it'd be broken down from 50 to 25 for semifinalists, and then at some point it's going to go from 25 semifinalists to 15 semifinalists, in which those 15 semifinalists will be voted on to see if they meet the criteria for the percentage that they need to go into the Hall of Fame. But there's certain wrinkles, right? Because in which we won't get to the name soon, because there's a guarantee for finalists from last year that are guaranteed in this final 15, which leaves only 11 to current finalists to be voted, and then they go from there. The expectation is they're gonna their average. They're thinking about it's gonna be about 4. What's good, Scott? What's going on, Steeler Nation? Here you go. He choosing bodies already.
You know, like I said, we're gonna keep that for Sunday because.
So
trash
so looking at
that's
that,
another one. Put it out in the atmosphere.
Another atmosphere.
Yeah.
So looking at that, right, that puts it to where it's getting a little testy. So the people right now that are being pinpointed: Drew Brees, who is number 2 all time in NFL passing yards and touchdowns. Larry Fitzgerald, wide receiver, who is number 2 in all-time receptions and receiving yards. And then, of course, you have that's also looking at, you have Phillip Rivers, first year on the ballot. Alex Smith, first year on the ballot. Jason Witten, first year. Greg Olsen, first year. Frank Gore, LaShawn McCoy, also first year. And then you have, before we get into some of the other ones that are being pinpointed, but are names that we definitely know, you still have last year's people that didn't make it to the finalists, but that were in there. Eli Manning, Fred Taylor, Steve Smith Sr., Reggie Wayne, Jahari Evans, Terrell Suggs, Marshall Yanda, Darren Woodson, as well as the guarantee 4 that are guaranteed to be in the finalists is Willie Anderson, Adam Vinatieri, Torrey Holt, and Luke Kuechly that were on last year. So that is what we have right there. Now, some names which Bishop.
Wait. I can't believe Vinatieri not in already. I mean, he should have been. His foot should have been in already. Like, if he can't make it, his foot should make it.
So
I should be a bust already.
I asked our gentlemen this before I get to the other people who are still on this, who are being looked at, other ones, that names that we know that are definitely being looked at. You just said Adam Vinatieri, right? Adam Vinatieri didn't get in for his foot, but Devin Hester got in as a punt returner, kick returner.
Which is harder? That's an easy. That's a no-brainer. Which is harder?
Well, Devin Hester should have been in. Devin Hester.
Yeah, which is harder? I know you're not finna compare a kicker to a damn a kick returner who has to go against all 11 motherfuckers on the field, and a fucking kicker ain't got to do nothing but kick a ball.
So you know,
not compare the two.
What? So listen there, right?
Hey, hold on. These Eagle fans getting real cocky, man. You hear the language, man? Whoa,
I'm just saying, for him to come on, CC. Is he really? Come on, CC. Really? Is he really comparing a kicker to Darren?
Is complexity really a judging point for this? Like,
Is he really comparing a kicker to Devin Hester? Really? Come on, bro. Really? Devin Hester?
So
one of the, if not the best kick returner in the NFL history.
I'm gonna put it in perspective, right? This is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna ask you to do. I want you, because I know you have your screen up, Bishop. I want you to take a look and see how many points Devin Hester scored total in his NFL career, and look at how many points Adam Vinatieri scored in his NFL career.
Because you cannot compare the two.
But
Devin Hester is not taking as many kickoff returns as he's taking field goals. He's not.
I get it, and that's again, I come back. Does the complexity or how hard it is for him to quote unquote return kick returns or punt returns? Is that a litmus point for it to sit up and say, hey, it was hard for him to do this? Because if that's the case, it's harder for some of the quarterbacks to sit up and score points against. So what are we talking about? Now, I don't think the fact of because
all quarterbacks are on the same level. That's the difference. All quarterbacks on the same level. No matter who they play against, it's not their fault if they play against if one quarterback plays against a different defense. It's not that they all play against a defense. They all play against a defense.
The Hall isn't position specific. It's the best players. So
right. But you can't. So if that's the case, why are you trying to compare Vinatieri to?
Well, I'm not comparing them against each other. What I'm talking about is Adam Vinatieri, as CC was saying off the rip. Adam Vinatieri's foot was golden. Like, you know what I'm saying? That man, he, even though he's like, did he or did he not win some Super Bowls off that foot? Right? You know what I'm saying? Did it not come down to him putting the ball through the uprights?
If we're looking at it like that,
way more Super Bowls than Devin Hester's returns. I can tell you that. How many Super Bowls Devin Hester got?
I agree. He has done that. But if you look at it like that, that's the same as saying the whole debate about Michael Jordan and LeBron James. LeBron James is only doing what he's done because of the fact he came in out of high school. Exactly. Vinatieri kicked balls for how much longer than Hester played football?
I'll give you that longevity.
Longevity plays a huge damn factor.
Yeah, true that. But for me, I take a look at it is Devin Hester wasn't a receiver. He was a cornerback that happened to be fast, and he wasn't drafted to be a kick returner.
Neither was Dion.
He was drafted. Well, I'm saying he wasn't drafted to be a kick returner. He was drafted to be a corner, and then they realized when they see him do a couple of kick returns, they was like, okay, well, he's nice here. Let's try him at receiver. It didn't work out for him at receiver, so his niche and what he was most perfected at is the fact of his speed and abilities with special teams, in which we see a lot of people make.
That's the same with Dion. I mean, that's the same with Dion. That's the same with a lot of speedy damn. What's his name?
I think.
What's his name? The Rocket and the Ishmael brothers. The Ishmaels, that was the same with them. They was the same way. They was fast, so they put them in punt returns and kick returns. But they got drafted as corners and shit, wide receivers and shit. I mean, once you find out if they're good at that talent, then of course you're gonna put them where they need them.
Correct.
Shout out Rahab Ishmael, man. I was a huge fan of the Rocket when he was at Notre Dame.
Rocket Ishmael, oh hell yeah.
Yep.
So
everybody
that's childhood love right there.
Yeah.
So going back to that, so that's I was just wanting to point that out. But CC said that I was like, okay, let's talk about that. But all right, some of the quarterbacks there's 10 quarterbacks that's currently going to be available. I already mentioned Drew Brees. Now you also additionally have Randall Cunningham, Jake DeLong.
Should have been in there.
Hold on. Randall Cunningham, Jake DeLong, Rich Gannon, Jeff Garcia, Eli Manning, Steve McNair, Alex Smith, Phillip Rivers, and Donovan McNabb.
I'm gonna keep it real. I only heard one name, and that's Drew Brees. The rest of them, yeah, you can keep them. Like the rest of them didn't do enough.
Ooh.
Like name one.
You just said Eli Manning, bro. No Eli.
Yeah, I said okay. Eli was supposed to be last year though. Like they didn't let him in last year, so I'm saying we're gonna skip Eli. And you know, if Eli can get in this year, that's cool. But I'm saying, come on, man, stop it. Like I love Steve McNair to death.
Hold on, Randall Cunningham? No.
Not a Hall of Fame career, bro. He was hurt too much. Man, this dude missed like 5 solid years of his career. Do you know the history of him? He broke his leg like 2-3 times.
So did Alex Smith.
That's why I'm not saying Alex Smith. He don't deserve to be in. I'm just saying, like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Drew Brees, and if you want to throw Eli in there, cool. But I'm just saying, yeah, Drew Brees the only name on that list, bro.
All right.
All them touchdowns that he threw for had a great he over 60,000 yards, ain't he? Ain't but
Yeah, so he's second. Drew Brees is
club.
second. Drew Brees is second all time.
In passing yards.
Passing yards, and he's second all time in passing touchdowns.
Thanks.
So, all right. So you say, but to your assertion, CC, you said Drew Brees. We already know Drew Brees is probably going to be a first ballot. But besides him and his first ballot, if we remove Drew Brees, do any other quarterback make it into the Hall of Fame this year? Based off of there's a lot of other people with names that's there. Do y'all foresee any other quarterback? Maybe is Drew Brees? Eli. Maybe he's about the only one.
I feel like Eli should be there.
Eli, you think Eli should get in?
Yeah.
All right, let's go to these running backs. There's 21 total running backs. All of these ain't probably top here, but Sean Alexander, Mike Allstott.
No, baby ass. Allstott, yes.
Allstott, really? You going with Allstott?
Because he was one of the most fullback
third running back, and so. But unfortunately, I love Allstott. I liked his grit, but we know I don't think Allstott ever sees the Hall. But Tiki Barber, Larry Centers, another fullback, Jamal Charles, Corey Dillon, Priest Holmes.
How are these people even on the list? I don't even understand the list at this point.
Because they're eligible. Priest Holmes, Arian Foster, Warwick Dunn, Chris Johnson, Thomas Jones, Michael Lewis, Eric Metcalf, Lorenzo Neal, Fred Taylor, Ricky Waters, and Marshawn Lynch.
Marshawn, yes.
Ricky Waters, what? Well, Marshawn Lynch, I don't know.
Of course. And Eddie George and Frank Gore.
Not Frank Gore.
Why not Frank Gore? How can you not say Frank Gore?
I think Frank Gore is interesting to me because he up there in the top 5 of all time rushing, but he did play like 18 years or so. He almost played a 20 piece up there to get there. And the way he started his career, being hurt the first 3-4 years of his career or whatever, and then having to play catch up with that.
Face, bro.
Now Gore is interesting. Marshawn Lynch, man, get out of here, man. Come on, man. You had three hot years in your career, bro. That's not good enough. Like, your Buffalo years suck. Let's just keep it real with these players, man.
Marshawn Lynch?
Marshawn Lynch had 3 hot years, and they were all in Seattle.
No, the Raiders too. No, he was good at the Raiders too. Don't do that.
No, he was not. He was not good at the Raiders.
Don't do that. Yes, he
good at the Raiders.
Hold on. CC.
You got to put up the Raiders numbers.
CC, I'm about to put up the numbers.
1,200 yards in a 16-game season ain't good, bro. Like, he ain't breaking no records. I mean, for real. Come on, man. I love Marshawn Lynch, but come on, Hall of Fame? No, bro. That's not a Hall of Fame career.
Hold on.
He does not have a Hall of Fame career.
I feel like you should.
The Buffalo years, the Raider years. He had 3 hot years in Seattle.
I
think
you BSing him, bro. I think you BSing him.
I'm not BSing you, man. Look at his numbers. He ain't top 5, top 10. He might not even be top 15 as a rusher. As an all-time rusher on the list.
As a
he might not even be top 15.
I mean, again, I don't know if the longevity. I know Bishop is big on the longevity, thinking that it's an unfair advantage, but is it? I don't know. But
hold on, let me see.
But
so hold on now.
Okay.
He had 5. He had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 1,000-yard rushing seasons. 6.
6 out of
all of them was right. All of them, like you said, was with Seattle and Buffalo. Well, he had 2 with Buffalo. He only had 2 1,000-yard rushing seasons with Buffalo. He had over 10,000 rushing yards. He had over 2,000 receiving yards. And a total of touchdowns, he had, what, almost 100?
That's not even good, dude. When you talking, all these dudes that got way more touchdowns than that. And then look at Gore. Gore got what? Over 16,000 yards, right? Or 15,000 yards.
Yeah,
Gore got over 15,000 yards. Gore up there with.
He's the third.
He's the third all time.
Yeah,
right?
third all time behind Barry
And he
Sanders.
got more than Barry Sanders. Gore got more rushing yards than Barry
He
Sanders.
played longer than Barry, though. True enough. He played longer
Barry's
than Barry.
the best. Don't get me
Barry
wrong.
was Barry was the.
He played way longer than Barry.
Barry is the anomaly. He played 10 years and he had over 15,000 yards. He ran for 1,500 a season.
You would definitely not compare Gore to Barry.
You say Marshawn Lynch did that. Did Marshawn Lynch run 15,000 yards a season like Barry did? I mean, what are we talking about Hall of Fame, man? 100 yards, 1,000 yard seasons. Whoa, big whoop.
Let me see. Frank Gore. Let me see.
And I love Marshawn Lynch. I think he did great for the game, but Hall of Fame, come on, man. We talking. I thought Hall of Fame was supposed to be the best of the best.
Let me see.
Frank Gore career rushing numbers is what?
Okay, hold on. Frank Gore had 16,000.
Right.
16,000 rushing.
How many years?
Hold on, though. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He had 9 over 1,000 rushing. 9 seasons. 9 seasons where he had over 1,000.
That's more than Marshawn.
Hold on. But he came in 2005 and played 15 years.
But okay, just like
Marshawn Lynch played 12.
They 3 years difference. Also,
12. We're going back to the longevity now.
But no.
But look, 9 seasons.
Hold on. We ain't done. Hold on. Frank Gore had 81 touchdowns. To Marshawn Lynch, 85. Mind you, let's well, you want to do numbers. You like to do numbers. Let's do numbers. He had 85. He only had 81. Let's do numbers.
So
hold on, Trey. Hold on. Receiving yards. He did have Frank Gore had 3,000 yards receiving and a total of 18 touchdowns. Yeah, that's a big difference. Because Marshawn Lynch only had, he had 2,000. He had 2,000 receiving yards, but he only had Gore doubled in touchdowns because Marshawn only had 9 receiving touchdowns.
Question: are you able to see how many seasons Frank Gore and Marshawn Lynch were injured in which it was their season, but they didn't play?
Let's see.
That's what I'm saying. Because Gore missed some years on his thing, so he probably played 12 years. He probably was on the field.
So it's hard to tell. So let me see. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Here you go. Games played. Shit, it don't show. From here, from the time he played, the least game he played was 11.
Oh, so he basically was there for.
He played pretty much the entire season. The least games he played was 11, which was 2010.
Like his whole first season.
His
whole rookie year.
His rookie year, his rookie year. His rookie year, he played 14 games.
I thought he broke his leg. When did he break his leg? Was that Miami? Am I thinking when he was at Miami?
No, that had to be in 2010. That must have been in 2010. That's when he played. That's when he only had 11 games.
He broke his leg somewhere before he came.
And then Marshawn Lynch. Look. Marshawn Lynch. Okay, 2010, same time. He only played 4 games. 2015, he only played 6 games. 2018, he played 6. In 2019, he only played 1.
Yeah, see.
So he got so Gore got way more games on Marshawn. In that matter, way more games.
Man, but 1,000 yard season, 16,000 yards is only 3 people that have accomplished that feat, man. And I know that for a fact without looking it up.
4 people.
How many? But how many have done that in 15? But CC, how many has done that in 15 seasons?
Wait a minute. You got at the top Emmitt Smith. You got Walter Payton.
How many done it in 15 seasons though?
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You said 16, so only 316.
Only 316,000 yards. Emmitt Smith, who longevity played a part. Walter Payton, who held the record for a long time, and then you got Frank Gore. That's it. 3. So Frank Gore going into the Hall of Fame, whether you like it or not, that's Hall of Fame right there. 16,000. Ain't nobody else accomplished the feat, no matter how long they played. Ain't nobody else got over 16,000 yards.
Played that many years. Nobody's playing that many years.
I mean, and that's a testament. But ain't playing that long as a running back in a testament? That's another reason you should put it.
Yeah,
I
agree.
As running back,
that's the exact same reason why Barry Sanders left, because he was like, it's a wear and tear on his body, and I can't. But he did it with a. But at the same time, I've always wondered, would Barry Sanders have been that effective if he had the line? Well,
man, please, Barry would have blew that record out the water if he'd have played 2 more seasons. That record would have been untouchable. Like the record would have been untouchable if he'd have played 2 more seasons at 1,500. He would have add 3,000. You go on, add 3,000 yards to his season.
That part, what you
He's
said,
getting 1,500 a season. You know what I'm saying? So he would have blew that out the water, man.
Yeah. So
Barry would have blew it out the water.
So looking at it, wide receivers: Anquan Bolden, Donald Driver, Larry Fitzgerald, Torrey Holt.
Who you say those 3 were? Who you say those 3 were? CC?
With 16,000 rushing.
With 16,000 yards. Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, and Frank Gore.
No, Eric Dickerson.
He got 16,000 yards?
Yeah.
Is it 16 all total or 16 rushing?
16,000 yards in a single season. Eric
no.
Dickerson.
Nah, you can't get 16 in a season, bro. Like career.
No, not a season. Hold on.
Yards?
Right. Hold on, not a season. Hold on. Here we go.
I was like, Eric Dickerson ain't got 16,000 yards, bro.
He don't.
Nah,
it's only 3 of them. I'm trying to tell you, career rushing record.
I know it's few, but I always thought Eric Dickerson was up there too, Woody.
No, Eric Dickerson had the single season rushing record.
I know he got the single season. I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew he had the single season record, but I also thought he had the But go ahead, Trey.
No.
Yeah. So going on to receivers: Anquan Bolden, Donald Driver, Larry Fitzgerald, Torrey Holt, Chad Okonkwo Johnson, Brandon Lloyd, Brandon Marshall, Derek Mason, Herman Moore, Muhsin Muhammad, Jordy Nelson, Jimmy Smith, Rod Smith, Steve Smith Sr., Hines Ward. That's an interesting one. Reggie Wayne, Wes Welker, and Roddy White.
Man, Hines Ward still ain't in?
No. Do any of those receivers potentially get in your opinion? Or deserving to get in? Is Larry Fitzgerald a first balloter?
No, I think Larry Fitzgerald, I think he should get in. I think he should get in because he got good numbers, like second all time.
He's second all time.
Catch Jerry Rice is ridiculous. I mean, you weren't gonna catch Jerry Rice to be second to pass Randy and T.O. I think he did. I think Larry Fitzgerald,
who are also Hall of Famers. And when you look at it like that, Anthony says,
Torrey Holt. They've been waiting on Torrey Holt forever. You know, Torrey Holt been forever. You know, I don't know some of them names, man. I don't know. So for me, I'm gonna stick with. I don't know. Say the top 3 again. Who was the top 3? Well, Hines Ward been waiting a long time.
Hines Ward, yeah. Steve Smith Sr. was close to being a finalist last year. He didn't make it. Hines Ward is still waiting around. Yeah.
The game already on?
No, not yet. Oh wait, is it?
Derek Mason.
No, it ain't on. It ain't on.
Derek Mason. Nah, man. Some of them names, are these just people that just retired or something? They just
so their names. These are the people, the 100 within the 128 that are eligible, modern day players that are eligible.
Okay, because some of those names. Steve Smith Sr., man, I liked him as a player, but I don't know if he got Hall of Fame numbers. I don't know exactly what his numbers look like.
He made it to the finalists last year.
I mean, but he didn't get in. So I don't know.
He didn't get.
They might let him in, but
I mean, he was a semifinalist. I'm sorry.
I don't know about y'all, but it's hard with receivers. It's harder. That's a harder.
It is. It's hard. Yeah, I agree with you. It's hard with receivers.
You know what I mean? Because now Ocho Cinco is an interesting one, man. I don't think he. We had this discussion once before. I don't think he was better than Ocho's number.
Does his number speak today?
Nah, I don't think he got Hall of Fame numbers. I'm not sure if he got Hall of Fame numbers. I just know Cincinnati, playing in Cincinnati might have hurt him a little bit because I think he could have had better numbers elsewhere earlier in his career other than in Cincinnati. But I don't know. Ocho Cinco. I mean, I heard a few names interesting, but some of them got popularity. Like Like so, like Smith Senior, he popular. Ocho Cinco popular, so they might get some burn on the thing. But I don't know. For me, Hall of Fame receivers, man, that's a hard one to.
So in this next group, pick two names stand out to me, and I'd like to know what y'all thought about this. Greg Olsen and Jason Witten. Does Witten
Both of them, yes.
both of them? Both y'all. So Bishop, you say both of them?
You got to give it to Olsen for the simple fact of how long he's played. I mean, not Olsen.
Witten played a long time at tight end.
Yeah. And what he did for the team.
So go shout out Cowboy, man. I think Witten, if there's any Cowboy in the modern era that deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, is him. It's him.
And I was looking at the fact that Olsen is between them, or all of them, he's the only Super Bowl. Well, he didn't win the Super Bowl that year, but he was the only one that went to the Super Bowl out of all those names.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyone else?
I lose my tight end.
Olsen had a pretty good career. Carolina Panthers mostly, right? Most of his career was played with the Carolina Panthers, right?
That's who he went to the Super Bowl with, him and Cam Newton.
Shout out Cam Newton. Cam Newton, he was a good weapon out there.
Cam,
he was able to play and get
burned. Special teams: Josh Cribbs, Brian Mitchell. He played for y'all at 120. Did he, Bishop?
Who? Brian Mitchell still ain't in, man. That's a throwback.
Was with us one time, yes.
Yeah,
that's a throwback name. What he played like in the early '90s or something?
Yeah, but he's in for kick return and punt returner. Although running back is a position he played, and then Josh Cribbs. Defensive backs, some names that stand out: D'Angelo Hall, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas, Charles Tillman, Peanut Punch, Troy Vincent, another Eagle, Adrian Wilson, Darren Woodson, Eric Berry are some key names as far as defensive backs. Linebackers: Navarro Bowman, Lance Briggs, Teddy Bruschi is still out there, Thomas Davis, Luke Kuechly, who is guaranteed to be a finalist, Clay Matthews III, Dak Gwynn, Terrell Suggs, Lee Woodall, Takeo Spikes. Yeah, so looking at some of these names and stuff, definitely I feel that at some point we just talked about some of those names. At some point, those names are going to become obsolete and going to be pushed to the side because you're going to have new ones. Like we still ain't. When you look at it, not just from a standpoint of the position, the individual position, but the overall, you got Tom Brady that's coming at some point. Who else? Who else has retired? That's going to be on their way.
Ben Roethlisberger hit the thing, man. Is Ben
Roethlisberger? He's coming.
Ben should be
He's
in.
due.
Ben should be in.
He do. Yeah, Ben should definitely be in.
Is Matt Ryan a potential?
Who?
I don't know if Matty Ice getting in, but
nah, it's hard. You know why? It's hard. Matt got great numbers, but for the fucking mishap that happened for them in that goddamn Super Bowl, that's gonna be hard for him to get his ass in there.
Ooh, bro. Go back to some of those defensive backs, man. I don't think Darren Woodson should get in. I don't even think Darren Woodson in the Cowboys Ring of Honor is he? I don't even think he up there in the Ring of Honor.
But to be honest, CC, I think Asante Samuel, he's on there too. Patrick Surtain is on there, but I think Peanut
because of that punch,
the Peanut punch changed the game for them, and then but there's two of the four Legion of Boom players that's on here.
Earl Thomas, that's what I was trying to get to. I like Earl Thomas. I think he should get in. I think as safety. For a safety, I think he was one of the best safeties to ever play the game, Earl Thomas. So I think he should definitely be.
Yeah, Earl. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Oh yeah, without question. So one of the best safeties to ever play the game.
Four of Legion of Boom is on there.
Who?
2 of the 4 of the Legion of Boom.
Oh.
So because Richard Sherman isn't eligible yet. But like I said, Cam Chancellor and Asante Samuel are on there. I mean, Cam Chancellor and Earl Thomas are on there. Adrian Wilson. So I mean, it's some names like I said that we know. Eric Berry is on there.
I don't know, man. Ooh, man, that's a lot of people.
Yeah. So
That's a lot
it's
of
going to
people.
be interesting to finally see how that ends up playing out, how it plays out. But again, that goes back. What, in y'all's opinion, what can you
is
say
the
is the
criteria?
baseline?
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's the
what is the
criteria?
baseline for the players? Because what we
So,
sit up and broke down and seen, we've seen people with rings, we've seen people with numbers, we've seen people with rings and numbers. We have, so which one is it? Longevity, saying flash of the pants, one position potentially, saying in state is like I always thought about it. I look at it as what type of points, how did you help my team win? If you was effective as
right.
if you everywhere you went, if you went from team to team to team, did you help my team win? Did
But
you
that's
help the
why.
team win?
But that's why I got Vinatieri. That's why I'm like Vinatieri should be in, man.
He was
That's what
on
I'm like.
win.
I'm like he was clutch. He was clutch in big moments, time and time
Yeah,
again.
right.
Like for two teams though, right? He did it for two teams, like not
New
just
England
one.
and what you call?
The Colts, right? The Colts,
Yeah,
right? Then he switched
Colts.
over to
Yep,
the Colts.
yeah,
You
the
know,
Colts. New England
so
and the Colts. Yeah.
so
New
Vinatieri.
England,
But
but his brother played
uh,
too.
I wanted to answer the Scott thing, man, with the because everybody been talking about it all day. Should Russell Wilson be a Hall of Famer? I've been hearing that all day. Like, should Russell Wilson be a Hall of Famer? Man, I don't.
If
You know,
Eli should be in a Hall of Fame, or Russell should be Hall of Fame.
I mean, I'm gonna put that out
But
there.
Eli
Yeah.
got two, right? Russ has one.
Russ
Can you
had
tarnish?
one, but he should have had two if they wouldn't call that dumbass play.
Yeah, if they'd have gave it to Beast Mode, if Beast
Yeah, he
Mode,
gave it to Beast
Beast
Mode.
Mode,
That was two for
go a
his.
long
That
way.
would have been two for him.
Hey yo, one of the best plays ever. It shows you how slow Marshawn Lynch was though too. It highlights his skill, but it shows you how slow he was. Remember that game against the Saints where he ran all them dudes over like twice?
The Beast
He
Quake.
ran multiple dudes. He ran multiple dudes over like twice.
Yeah.
The
Like,
Beast Quake.
like,
Yeah.
like that was pretty good right there. Thinking about it though, Russell Wilson, man, I think you know, not to sound funny
Oh,
or nothing, but
Cam is coming too. Is Cam a Hall of Famer?
Cam
Cam
No.
Newton.
Chancellor, Cam Newton.
No.
I don't know. Cam, I don't think he got the numbers to be Hall of Fame. I mean, the demand what they
I
expected
mean,
him to do nowadays.
he's been the
Dang,
MVP. He's made it to the Super Bowl.
yeah, yeah.
Um, but other than that,
I mean, he went 15-1 when it was 16.
one
I mean,
season he did do
I
that.
mean, he
He
went
did do that.
15-1.
He
That,
did do that. He
but
did do that.
did he tarnish his legacy by not jumping on a football in the in the Super Bowl when the
Which a
game?
lot of
In my
people talk
opinion,
about.
I don't know.
A
I don't
lot of
know
people
if
talk
it was
about
to win
that.
the
Let's break
game or
that down
not if
right
he'd have
quick.
jumped on
A lot of people talk about that. A lot of people bring that up.
it.
Let's
A
break that
lot of
down.
people.
Was the game out of hand when that happened? It's the
That's
vaulted.
what I'm saying. I think the game, but
I
I
don't
say
know if it was out of hand,
it goes a
but
long way of saying character, though, right? About your character at the time, right?
I don't know if it was out of hand. However,
But he showed
he showed he shouldn't.
because it's a simple fact that we bring. That's what we can see. Because I mean,
Right.
it was only one touchdown in that game, right?
Yeah, but I think they was. Shout out to Von Miller and DeMarcus Ware, man. You know, let I was gonna say this was before, but let that be a lesson to Michael Parsons, man. Just because you left the Cowboys don't mean like you probably gonna win somewhere else. That's what happened with our sack master, Ware. DeMarcus Ware was
Mm-hmm.
he was great. And he went on. He had to go to Denver, and get one on the later end of his career, on the latter end of his career, man. So
Mm-hmm.
all those things can happen. Like I like DeMarcus Ware. I thought he was I hated to see him leave Dallas. I thought he was going to play his whole career in Dallas. I know he had some injuries, a neck injury that pretty much took him out the game, but hey, he was good. Um, but Cam Chancellor, just for hitting people, you think that's why he on the Hall of Fame list? You think? I think Cam was a part of a great defense, man. Like once in a lifetime defense.
So, do you think do you think the league, NFL, the league should put players in based on stuff like that? Because like the
No,
NBA, like the
no,
NBA puts in full like squads
no,
and stuff like that. You know,
no. I don't agree with that. Not in
okay.
my personal
Nah,
opinion. I don't.
I think you got to have something special about you, but we
Yeah.
noticed they've done it before. Like I said, I looked at Troy Aikman numbers, man, and I was like, whoa, man. Like if he was retired, if he retired 5 years ago, he wouldn't even be on the list right now. You know, other than just a name on the list. I mean, I look at some of the players that got in before, and I say, man, because now what's expected of quarterbacks is way different though. That's a whole different conversation. Like when Troy was playing, 50% was good. You could throw
Does
over 50%. Now you got to throw. Now they asking you to throw 65 and 70%.
Yeah.
does Mike Vick get in when he becomes eligible?
I think so, and I think so because he was the spearhead. Like he led the league but he led the league for quarterbacks in rushing. I think his rushing numbers as a quarterback are
He was
probably
the
what have
prototype.
put Vic over the top. I
Oh,
think
so
just his
was I
rushing
mean I
alone.
said he was a prototype, but was he the prototype? Because as Bishop said earlier, players like
Randall
Randall
Cunningham.
Cunningham, Steve Young,
Which
like
now here's my thing. Oh, go ahead, go ahead.
no, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead, go ahead,
I,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say Cunningham. I was just gonna say Cunningham. Maybe 10 years ago he should have been an honorary member, or a long time ago. But now that you got people like Mike Vick, and you seeing people like Josh Allen score a bunch of touchdowns running the football. You seeing Lamar Jackson going back to back with 800-yard seasons and stuff like that. Man, you see now. I think it's too late for Randall. I think they should have did it a long time ago.
He probably gets in as a senior at some point. So as we get closer and closer, let's talk about some of like we have two teams coming on tonight. Thursday night game, the Arizona Cardinals facing off against the Seattle Seahawks. So let's talk about the games in which they played last week. One,
Arizona should have won.
the Arizona Cardinals played. You know what? I almost said so, but you know what? I'm gonna let you have that because
we should have won that game.
Wait till Sunday. Wait till Sunday.
The Arizona Cardinals who are connected to the 49ers. So yes, to that because there's a lot of teams that should have won last week that didn't win, but we're not gonna talk about that.
Boy, I don't even want to talk about
today
that.
because as we said, we stick to the script. So you were right, Bishop. The Arizona Cardinals probably should have won as they played the San Francisco 49ers. Now one of the 6 teams that's undefeated in the NFL.
Well, you had to throw that in there.
And they should be.
Boy.
And they should be.
So when you look at that, the 49ers and the Cardinals did face off. The Cardinals, Kyler Murray's 22 for 35 for 159 yards and 1 touchdown. Troy Benson rushed for 42 yards after James Conner went out, who had 9 carries for 22 yards, and Kyler Murray was 6 for 37. And now Conner's out for the season with an ankle injury. Marvin Harrison Jr. was 3 receptions for 44 yards on 6 targets. Trey McBride was 5 for 43 on 8 targets plus 1 long touchdown. And not too much after that. The 49ers, who they face off against, who end up getting the W, not too much different, honestly. Mac Jones, 27 for 41, 284 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Christian McCaffrey had 17 carries for 52 yards. Randall and then Ricky Pearsall, 8 receptions for 117 yards off 11 targets. Again, what we see is it's a trend, CC Bishop. 100-yard receivers without touchdowns show us very hard-fought games, and that's my opinion. Christian McCaffrey, 10 catches for 88 yards, including that 1 long catch that kind of like put them in field goal position for the dub. Kendrick Bourne, welcome back, 4 receptions for 38 yards on 6 targets. In-state, San Francisco was able to win by a last-second field goal to go up 3-0 in the division, 16-15. Gentlemen, let's talk about it. Bishop, you started out. You said they should have lost. Arizona should have won. What's your analysis?
Arizona should have won that game. There was no. San Francisco was up in that game. They allowed Arizona to come back. Arizona didn't do what they needed to do to finish that game off and get that win. Great job by San Francisco for finishing not to falter, even though they allowed Arizona to come back in that game. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we all know this whole past weekend, which I'm sure we're gonna talk about it on Sunday. This whole past weekend was about special teams. Special teams was everything. Everything this past weekend.
All three phases, but one phase hugely.
Yeah.
Analysis on the game, CC.
But how lucky are the 49ers gonna keep getting, man? Like, hey, the week before, it was like Rattler had him up against the rope. Rattler would have got it if he didn't fumble the ball. Nobody hit him. He just dropped the ball. Like, who did they give that fumble to, by the way? They got to give it to somebody, right? Because he just dropped the ball. They got to give it to the person closer to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Seattle, if it wasn't for a guy trying to be cute with an interception, y'all should be 0-3, bro. So you should be over there. Woo! You should be wiping your brow right now.
We watched the game. We watched the game. Of course, the other opponent for tonight, the Seattle Seahawks, didn't have any problems dispatching the New Orleans Saints. Now, let's be honest.
It's the Saints. Yeah,
but they are an NFL professional team.
They got Spencer Rattler. Doo-doo. D-O-D-O.
It was just
I thought that was your guy, though. I thought Rattler.
No, he ain't never been my guy. He ain't never been my guy.
Right? Oklahoma, right?
No. Carolina Gamecocks. Carolina Gamecocks. Carolina Gamecocks, sir. Where you end up?
Start for OU? Wait a minute.
Get Carolina Gamecocks, sir. Where you get drafted from, sir? Carolina Gamecocks.
Then he start for OU.
Carolina Gamecocks.
It was 28 for 39, 218 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Alvin Kamara had 18 carries for 42 yards. And then Chris Olave, 10 receptions for 57 yards on 14 targets. Jawan Johnson, tight end, 6 receptions for 51 yards. 4 for receptions, 42 yards on 6 targets for Rashid Shaheed. And Jack Stowe was the lone touchdown for the Saints. But however, all around the yard, same song. Sam Darnold, 14 for 18, 218 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, 154 yards. 154.2 on his rating overall, 98 on the quarterback rating. Kenneth Walker III, 16 carries for 38 yards, 2 touchdowns. George Helani had 10 carries for 27 yards. And then lastly, Jackson Smith and Jigba, 5 receptions, 96 yards, 1 touchdown on 6 targets. Torrey Holden, where he came from, no one knows. 3 receptions, 32 yards, and 1 touchdown. However, it was in ideal times. And last but not least, Cooper Kupp was 31, had 2 receptions for 31 yards on 3 targets. What was Anthony's question? Why Arizona wearing the jerseys? So
jerseys look like it's got paint splatter on them.
TC, starting off with the analysis, what did you think of that? Is Sam Darnold who we thought he was last year, or is it just
Sam Darnold is all right, man.
Okay.
I think he's good for what Seattle's doing. They got a good defense. You don't need much. You don't need much from your quarterback trying to do too much. Like, he's not in Minnesota where you got all these great pieces. All these great receiving weapons, and then running backs that can catch it out of the backfield and stuff like that. But I like Kenneth Walker III, but I don't know if his hands are that good. But I think as long as he can hand the ball off to a guy like Kenneth Walker III, he's gonna be fine right there, and he's gonna challenge for the crown. And they'll be around for the NFC West when it's all said and done. But that was an easy game though. The Saints.
Bishop, I know you don't like Rattler, or you don't. Not that you don't like Rattler. You don't think Rattler is up to the speed that he should. What did you think?
He shouldn't even be a starter in the NFL. To be honest, he's not. He shouldn't even be a starter. I don't know how he get the starting position in the Saints. That means their QB room is trash. Sam Darnold, man. Sam Darnold, I think it's going to be like the next Josh Allen. And I do. I think Sam Darnold's he's got a chip on his shoulder. And he's got a lot to prove. You know what I'm saying? It didn't work for him where he was at. I think he's coming into Seattle doing what he came to do. And that's so that he can play this game at a high level. We're gonna see tonight though, because I truly believe
that
defense is gonna give him problems tonight. We're gonna see this. We're gonna put his feet to the fire. Arizona should be 3-0. They should be 3-0. To be honest, they should be 3-0. But they faltered. They made some major mistakes here and there and on the line. But either way, it's gonna be a good one tonight. I think it's gonna be a good game. My question for y'all, real quick though, have y'all watched the game on Prime and watched the alternate way to watch the game?
No.
You should check it out. I don't know if you've ever done it, but I like how I like it because it does it to where it's like you watching the game. You see you actually see what the receivers and what the routes are about to be. What they're about to do. Carson Wentz balling out. We're gonna talk about that too, Anthony. That's a good one because he's starting this weekend. He's starting this weekend. But if you look at the alternate view that Prime has on it, it's pretty dope because it's almost like watching a Madden game, but it's live. Yeah, it's pretty dope. It's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. I like how they do it. It's a different view of the game. But this game tonight, I definitely think it's gonna be a good one. I'm gonna tell you who I'm going for in a minute, but that's my thoughts.
So it's funny that Bishop says that as we get down to the nitty gritty. Currently, Bishop is in the lead overall. I have the graphics done. I just have to post them. He's currently in the lead, winning week 1 and week 3. I was week 4. Me and CC tied for this week. I'm currently, I think, 1 or 2 games overall behind Bishop, in which I issued a challenge to Bishop, right? I'm putting this out right here. We didn't get to talk about it last week. I issued a challenge to Bishop in which I told Bishop if I was to win 2 weeks, at this point we've been doing the weekly picks for 3 seasons. Bishop won the first season. I won the second season. What I have issued, and my name is coming back. My name is coming back. My name is coming back. Just wait for it. But I simply issued a challenge to Bishop. If I win a second season in a row, he has to remove the tag GOAT. We just call him Bishop.
And what happens if you lose?
What happens if I lose? Because if you win, you become 2-1. It becomes like the NFC East, right? It's like okay, because CC might win this year, and we might not get to the point where we have back-to-back.
How far behind is CC already? CT, as long as he keep picking them Cowboys, we always gonna be ahead.
Nah, man.
So
there were certain games that I was like disappointed, but we're gonna talk about that Sunday. I got something for it. I'm not selling out the Cowboys just yet, but if they keep on.
Don't be like Bubba. What's his name? Bubba on Facebook that he be wishing for the Cowboys, bro. And last season, and then he took off that damn Cowboy jersey and put on that Buffalo. Shit, that was funny as hell.
Of course, we're gonna definitely have it posted, but it should be posted in a few. But actually tonight it should get posted. Be sure to watch out so y'all can see where we're at currently from the start.
Hell no.
To where
ain't
we
nobody
are.
doing that, Andy. Hell, you say hell no.
Oh yeah.
Hell no. Hell no. Hell no. What the hell?
Oh yeah. Cowboy, get your cowboy gear ready.
We're gonna talk about that too, Randall. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it because these two dudes right here, they don't believe in that old Baker or that Baker Mayfield.
I like Baker's grit.
Baker, I told you that dude is the truth. Y'all keep sleeping on Baker.
It's gonna be interesting. Like,
although they got
Ibuka, man, they got Ibuka that's showing out right now, but
Ibuka, I got him in my fantasy too.
They don't have.
He beat the Falcons.
They don't have Chris Evans any for less.
They don't, and for him not to have, and not for them not to have Mike Evans, for them not to have Mike Evans, that says a lot.
Mike Evans, and then Chris Godwin's supposed to be coming back. So, but they
cannot wait till Sunday because it's like, come on, man, who is this guy beating? Everybody talking about he's clutch.
Well, he gonna fall short Sunday. He gonna fall short. He gonna fall short Sunday. He is gonna fall short Sunday. Don't worry.
He ain't beating nobody.
He gonna fall short Sunday. You right. Now, this Sunday is gonna be different. He gonna fall short. Damn.
No, I ain't gonna go that far, but I'm just gonna say he ain't beat nobody.
He beat the Falcons. He beat the Falcons.
You could beat. Yeah, you beat the Falcons. You clutch against. Did you see what?
Hold on. He beat the Texans. Texans was supposed to have a good
defense. The Texans 0-3, bro. The Texans ain't got nothing on it. I was at that game, and like, yo, he made a comeback on the team. Come on, man, he ain't beat nobody. This guy ain't.
He beat the Jets.
With the clutch, he ain't beat nobody.
We gonna see what he gonna do this weekend, though. You right.
So, 1-2. Hey, them teams got a combine of 1 win. Combination of 1 win between them, right? Only the Falcons have a win. So how clutch is that? Stop it. That is not clutch. Now, if he does that this week going against the Eagles, then we got a conversation. Other than that, come on, man. Stop MVP. You beat nobody.
But like I said, it's gonna be hard for him this week because he's gonna be without. So it's
that's the part, Randall. What he said. But they've been down all 3 of those games. They've been down all 3 of those games.
Look who you coming back against.
They're another team that should have lost. Like
that's another one. That is another one. They should have lost that one. That is another one.
But like I said, too much time on the clock.
That is another one.
2 minutes. So let's get into it, gentlemen.
Twice they should have lost.
Seattle Seahawks, Seattle Seahawks, Arizona Cardinals. CC, who are you rocking with this week? First off the bat.
Seattle, no doubt. Seattle. I've been high on Seattle all season. I like their defense. I think they got one of the best defenses in the league right now. And Witherspoon coming back tonight. I heard Witherspoon was going to play tonight. So let's go add extra to their defense.
Bishop, who you rocking with?
You got?
I got Seattle.
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking Arizona.
It's a dead heat for me because they're both division foes. So and they're both the same record at this point. So it's like we still have a little. We're good because we beat both of them on the year. So
I'm going with Arizona.
Okay, Arizona.
Yeah, I'm going. I got to go with Kyler Murray. We lost Connor. I think Kyler Murray gonna make up. I'm taking Arizona. I think Larry Fitzgerald Jr. is going to have a field day today. I think he's gonna have put up some good numbers, man. I gotta go.
Well, you gonna wait for that forever because Marvin Harrison Jr. ain't done nothing since he's been in the league.
Marvin Harrison. I said Larry Fitzgerald Jr. I said Marvin Harrison. I
doubt if he's gonna do it tonight.
He gonna do it tonight, baby.
I doubt if he's gonna do anything.
We ain't got Connor. He gotta step up. Him and Kyler gotta step up.
It ain't that bad.
3 catches, 30 yards.
Just because that he gonna have 1 catch for over 30.
we gonna see.
1 catch for over 30. Just because you said that.
Do y'all think looking at that is there? So you got Bishop with Arizona, myself and CC with Seattle this week to start out the week 4. But I was about to say, do y'all think it's about time? Is it about time maybe for Kyler Murray to go to somewhere else and maybe be, or do you think he's going to be a Cardinal for life and just deal with this, or could he be better somewhere else?
I feel like they need to give him some weapons, bro. That's one thing Kyler Murray has not had is weapons.
I think they need better coaching.
Better coaching.
I agree. I agree with that. I feel like they're not taking advantage of his ability in the way
how Jim Harbaugh went to the Chargers. They need to find somebody to go to Arizona and coach the young man up. That's what they need. They need somebody to coach him up.
As Anthony asked the question, he won't be a Cardinal for life. So
he probably won't.
Our show for this Thursday as the game gets ready to get started. Be sure, like I said, be looking out so y'all can see who's ahead and what their percentage is for our weekly picks. We got the show coming up on 10 o'clock on Sunday, which is perfect before we got to get out in the streets. We have games, as y'all know, myself and Bishop are NFL flag coaches for the community, looking to see if we can make it 4 in a row for the Lady Eagles NFL flag team. And
about
see
to be a dynasty out here in these parts, bro. We a dynasty out here in these parts.
And seeing if we can enact 3 different teams as far as the young men that we coach and putting them on the map. So we coach lady girls. So that's where the Eagles is young ladies, 9 to 10. And then we coach young men, 13 to 14 currently. And so with that division, we've lost a couple of championships, but we also won 2. So we're gonna see if it's gonna be a third one in which we can enact. As we actually our team is a little bit different from our other teams, but we're gonna see what we have a different focus, and we're gonna see what we can do to make it to. We have yet to win. Oh yes, we did. We won one year. We did win 2 championships in the same year. So the same season. So we're gonna see if we can turn that around and do that again.
Yep.
One person we did not talk about, Jackson Smith and Jigba. What do y'all think about him for Seattle? Wide receiver, Seattle.
He coming through.
I
like him too. He coming. Yeah, he's up and coming.
Ohio State, man. Ohio State.
They breed wide receivers though.
And what's interesting is out of all those wide receivers, I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is on the back end, and he was the most heralded.
Yeah.
You got Olave, Ibuku, and Jigba.
Harrison. And Jigba. And Harrison.
So definitely. So like I said, y'all be sure to check us out on Sunday, 10 o'clock Central Standard Time. Before we drop off here, Jimmy, I got some of this up and shoot to y'all. And I'm gonna bring up and shoot to y'all because I have another meeting I gotta get to. I gotta get to our committee meeting for Founders Day. But more to come. Y'all just stay tuned, of course, and y'all be on the lookout. CC's No Excuse list is popping up in the next couple of weeks. So that's going to be
Kyler Murray, no excuses because Bishop just put it out there. This man threw almost 600 passes without one 50-yard completion, without one, bro. 595 passes without one 50-yard completion.
Tonight.
Woo, that's sorry.
What tonight?
No excuses. Y'all heard it. Kyler Murray, you've been
tonight.
Don.
Tonight.
Peace. Enjoy the game. See y'all on Sunday.
Cyro 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated in the building.